Yes, yes, yes. I'm here in the building. And I respect to all the American origines. And I respect to the ICCC. And I respect to all of the American Indians out there who are keeping it real, staying true to the ways, seeking the truth, destroying the lies. You know what I'm saying? Big up and respect to everybody. Now, doing this live stream to discuss something that I've noticed a lot through my studies and my research, that our identity have been stolen. It's been replaced, you know. And there's a lot of things that I want to make clear that I've seen. I'm gonna do a series on this. It's called identity theft. There's so much things I have uncovered. The way how they switch up our identities and steal what is ours, rightfully ours, and classify as something else. So we, generations to come, our people don't know who we really are and can make no claim to whatever is going on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Shout out to the massive. Anybody in the building, shout out to DJ Gambler. Shout out to Copper Step. I'm saying I can't even see the chat because I don't know how to use the let me see if I could find the video. Because I really don't know how to use the StreamYard. I'm just learning how to use it. But yeah. They heard me massive. All right, I seen the video. So right, okay. Now I'm in the chat. Big up to everybody in the chat, man. I see a DJ again, Black Up Hard Step. Much love. Now, I'm not gonna be long on here. I'm just doing this to show something real quick that I've seen that I think is very interesting. Like I said, the topic is identity theft, and I'm gonna do a series on this. And anybody who wanna chime in and come through and jump on the panel and we could discuss this together, you know what I'm saying? You're much welcome. Now, I'm sure throughout the community, people have heard of the Seneca tribe or the Seneca people. Now, there was a village that was in Manhattan before the colonizers came. It was called Seneca Village. That the village was where they have the park today, Central Park, that big park in the center of Manhattan. That used to be an American Indian village called Seneca Village. Now, when you do the research on Seneca Village, they will tell you on the internet that this was an African American community. People, slaves from Africa created this community. And if you just research just a little bit deeper, you'll see that it's all lies. Now I pulled up this. I'm gonna screen share. I'm gonna screen share. I don't do live streams because of this. All right, Ali. Ali, can you bring these kids back in the room? Okay, yeah. This is why I don't live stream a lot because I homeschool. I got my children with me at all times, and yeah, the background can get noisy. But bear with me, people. All right, so I'm gonna screen share. Okay. All right. This is the article that I'm looking for, right? Now, I found this article that says the entire Manhattan Village was owned by black people, was destroyed to build Central Park. Now, we always disregard this term black because we know what that means. We don't rock with that. But That's what the article says. Now you look at this brother and sister right here. They want to tell you these people are slaves from Africa. Okay, you continue reading the article. It's going to tell you that when Reverend Christopher Rush laid cornerstone of the first African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church in 1853, he placed it in time capsule. Okay, now I don't want to go through all of this reading with this thing. I just want to show you the image of this brother and this sister. Do they look like slaves to you? Look how fly these. Look how fly this. Look how fly this sister look and this brother look. They don't look nothing like no slaves to me. You know what I'm saying? Now they said these two people was like the top people in the community, in the Seneca community, the Seneca Village. Right now, this this is what sparked my interest. Also, if I could pull this up a little bit closer so you guys could see it. This is actually a like a it's like a map of the place, how the buildings were set up and how the place was set up. They had the reservoirs, they are receiving areas, they got parts for like trading, because for receiving you must have been doing trading. So this village wasn't no, it wasn't no joke village, it was a serious village. Okay. And I have a picture. I'm gonna find this picture of the village and show you an image of the village. Now, okay, this is Seneca Village. It says Seneca Village at Central Park. I look back in the mid 19th century, which would be in the 1800s. Now, look at this place, yo. I'm gonna pull this up closer. Look at this place where Central Park used to be. This is how it used to be. This is how our people had it. This is our village. Okay. And when they say village, I know y'all probably was thinking looking for some teepees and some tents and some little wooden shacks and stuff. Nah, this is how we build. This is how we live. Okay. Yo, and they destroyed this to create Central Park. They tear down all the buildings. Now, let me give you guys a view of Central Park. What it look like today. Central Park aerial view. Oh yes, man, this is so tiring. Like it's this is tiring, yo. This is tired. All right, this is how Central Park look today. All right, I'm gonna try to see if I could pull up this thing closer. This is the community. That whole green lush area that you see, that's the community that we had. Because there's rivers in Central Park. So we always build around rivers. You know what I'm saying? And our community was beautiful in there, yo, but they destroyed it. And now they're saying that when you read this article, when you read this article, they saying these people are African American. The village is called Seneca Village, and they're saying these people are Africans that came on slave ships that run away from the plantation and created this village. Now, I'm gonna show you how this is a lie. All right, cool. Watch this. Seneca. If you Google Seneca, who's the Seneca people? This is what Google tells you. This is Wikipedia. Seneca, a group of indigenous Iroquoian speaking people native to North America who historically live on the South Lake Ontario. I'm going to repeat that again. The Seneca are a group of indigenous Iroquoian speaking people native to North America who historically live south of Lake Ontario. Indigenous, native to North America. Okay? They were the nation, they were a nation located, they were a nation located further to the west within Six Nations or Iroquoian League. I don't know how to pronounce that. in New York before the American Revolution. Okay, so this is an American Indian tribe, indigenous people, indigenous to here. So how can the Seneca be indigenous to here and be African slaves at the same time? Can somebody help me out with that? Because I'm confused. It doesn't make no sense. And this is what they do to our people every time. Everything that we do, they change it, they switch it, they change it, they rename it, they claim it, and then generations to come by them educating our children and they're controlling the narrative. We're not going to know no better. We're not even going to challenge it because it's wiped out of our history. It's wiped out of our thought process. You feel me? And this is how it is with so many different things. It's not just Seneca Park. It's the whole Americas. And I'm gonna do more and more of this to show how much these people lie to us every time and try to steal what is ours. I watch this. I'm gonna do something else real quick. The Olmec, all right? there's a story online about a brother that's called Gus Ponga. Why is his story so important to our story? He he was one of the first revolution to happen in the Americas when colonization started. When the Spanish went to Mexico and they tried to colonize Mexico, the brothers and sisters over there, they wasn't having it. They was fighting back. You know what I'm saying? So let's check this brother out. All right, his name is Gus Ponga. All right, let's do images. You're gonna see this big, beautiful statue in Mexico. All right, now this is how the original people of Mexico look. What happened in Mexico is colonization. The Spanish moved to Mexico, basically. They took over a big part of Mexico and they start mixing with the indigenous people that look like this, our people, and you have a remnants of what's left today. You know what I'm saying? They call them mestizos. They have different names for them. I'm not trying to be hate. I'm not trying to hate on nobody, or it's not coming from a place of hate. I'm just speaking facts. Um, our people was the ones who was that were running that land over there, and that land don't look the same way it looked back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Everybody look light skin, pale skin because of the Spanish. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna get into that too much because people gonna think I'm hating or whatever, but that's not what it is. I'm just telling the facts. Now, let me get to the meat of the story. Gus Ponga is all right. Let me do the Wikipedia so I could give you their version of it. Right? It said this man was an African known for being a leader of the Maroon colony of slaves in the highland near Veracruz, Mexico. Now, I want everybody who's watching to stick a pin. Veracruz, Mexico. Keep in mind that area, right? Where they said this brother is located. Then New Spain. During the early period of Spanish colonial rule, he is known for successfully resisting Spanish attack on the colony in 1609. The Maroons continued their raid on Spanish settlements. Finally, in 1618, Yanga achieved an agreement with colonial government for self-rule of the Maroon settlement. It was later called San Lorenzo de los Negros and also San Lorenzo de Cerralvo. Okay, cool. So what they're saying is Gus Ponga was an African who came on a slave ship and he ran off the slave ship and he went up in the mountains for some magical reason. He knew the mountains and he knew the terrain where he could get a army of people to fight these Spanish people, fight them and beat them until they had to surrender to this man and gave him his own city where he's the first. It's supposed to be the first free settlement in the Americas. All right. The first free settlements of Negroes in the Americas. That's what they say. But why I'm going to debunk this and show you how they try to do that stuff all the while and talk about Africa. It's the same thing I show you the Seneca Village. Now, why I say keep in mind of the Veracruz, Mexico. Veracruz, what else is Veracruz, Mexico known for? Check it out. The Olmec. Where was the Olmecs found? Where are the Olmecs head found? Where are all the heads of the Olmecs found? Veracruz, Mexico. Right? You see that, right? Present day states of Veracruz. That's where the Olmec lived. Now, now you see where I'm going with this, people? The Olmec, which is a melanated group of people, was from that area. That means that area of people is populated by people for many years, thousands of years, that look like us. And it's the same area this brother is from. So why would they say he came from Africa if the Olmecs are from that same area where he come from? You know what I'm saying? That's just to show you how they lie and try to steal our identity every time. Now, this man, the city is named off of him right now, where he lives now. He has a indigenous city. That's named, it's the first free indigenous city in Mexico. That's named after this man. And they want to say this man is an African. Now, the importance of this is not to say we're hating on Africans or hating on Africa. The importance of this is identity theft, to steal your land. It's to take the rights of the land from you. Because if you're not from here, if you're an African, that means you're a foreigner. So you can't state no claim to the land. You feel me? So for all of the people, and we wonder why we are saying this, is that's why I'm saying it, because of the land. This is our claim. The name is tied to the birthright of the land. That's important. Can't make them steal with identity no more. We can't make them constantly further steal with identity. Yeah, let me look at the chat a little bit. I've been going in. Yeah. Big up yourself, Chad. In the chat. Rainstorm. You don't know. Michael Brown Harris. Big up yourself. Copper at step. You see me? DJ Gambler. Yeah, man. Smoking Big Six. Yes, sir. You know, I'm just pointing these things out. And I know a lot of people seeing the things that I'm talking about. You know what I mean? It's known. It's just like the thing that the book that was called Whiteout, that book. Anybody who's doing searching for truth should cop that book, or you could watch the documentary. They steal. It's not just here in the Americas. It's all over the planet. They white out our history. They steal everything and claim it as theirs. You feel me? So I'm not gonna stay too long. I gotta go tend to the babies. I just wanted to drop that real quick. You know what I mean? There's some other things I want to touch on, but I might come back later on or tomorrow and we touch on some more stuff. But anybody who have stuff they want to share also, hey man, put it together. I will shoot you an email. You can shoot me an email and we could set it up and we could do it together. Identity theft. Let's get it, man, because they've been stealing identities. That's the confusion that's happening. It's just identity theft. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, shout out to all the greats who's doing it. Shout out to ICCC again. Shout out to the Empress Empress Kappa Fox. The original Empress Albert. Love our energy. I said DJ Gambler, Kappa Step as usual. Look on the Empire. Big up yourself. You know what I mean? Chief Holiday Channel, A1, DN Callaway, everybody, man. It's a lot of way. Morning cab rising. I have no beef with nobody. I mad love me care for everybody. I try to squash all beef in the community because them things are necessary. If we're searching for truth, we're gonna have disagreements, but we have to be just respectful of each other and our different point of views. And we're on the same team because we're all fighting against the same oppressors. You know what I mean? The oppressors is against us, and we have to team up together. We have no time to be fighting against each other. None at all, because at the end of the day, all we have is each other. And we need to realize that and come together and make something happen, with unity and strength and oneness. Right? Big up again. One love. I'm out.